Congratulations. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling really good.
What do you mean by feeling good now? Do you mean
It's been a long 2 years, with the pec surgery, short notice fight, being scheduled in August, and then getting Corona, and then, here I am, and back in the win column. So I feel really good. It's been a long 2 years.
was there fear that this fight wouldn't happen after everything happened when you needed a new opponent?
Yeah, I mean, I had my original opponent pull out, and that was 2 weeks before the fight, and I think they waited. I think it was like Sunday, this past Sunday, to find someone. So I was a little worried that they might have to push it back or something, but luckily they found someone. Jason House did, and got it done.
In that case, do when you don't know if you're going to have an opponent, do you stop with preparation to fight or do you keep going like there's going to be a fight? How do you prepare for that?
No, I kept on training as hard as I could. My last few rounds, we kind of threw different body types in there, uh, conventional, southpaw, and we were getting ready for whatever. And luckily, ended up being pretty close, pretty similar to my original opponent. So not much changed as far as game plan. So I think that was a good part about it.
What did you know about your opponent going in there? Did you look at him at all or did you kind of go in there with your own game plan?
No, I really looked at him. I think that was a big mistake I made in my last fight where I lost. I just really didn't watch the video myself, and so this time I watched it. My coaches did, and like I said, it was a similar game plan, so we didn't have to change too much.
Was there anything about him that surprised you? I know you didn't get a lot of time to look at him, but was there anything in there that kind of shocked you?
Mm, Not really. I knew he was going to be a gamer. He was going to be in there for 3 rounds. He just wasn't going to roll over, and man, that was about it. But everyone's going to be tough in the UFC, even the guys that get called in. Uh, so I was ready for it.
And who do you want to fight next and when do you want to get back in there?
Whoever. I'm more like looking at. I want to be active this year. As fine at least 3 fights this year. Like I was telling my coaches, I'm 28, and I just really want to be fighting like in my prime years. Who knows how long I'll be fighting, but definitely these next 4 or 5 years, I want to be fighting in peak condition. So,
Thank you.
In this 2 years since you got your last win, has that been the most frustrating part of it? Was just the inactivity, maybe thinking that the body was sliding away, the skills are sliding away, or what was it outside of maybe even fighting that was most frustrating in this time?
uh, honestly, it's just like what's going on in today's world. People falling out because they're catching the disease, and that was pretty much it. And even myself, I was getting ready for a fight, and it happened to me. And so nowadays, you just kind of never know. Uh, and then that's already on top of injuries and whatnot. So that was like probably the most frustrating. But no, I was getting better these whole 2 years. I was helping guys get ready for fights. Casey Kenny, Kyler Phillips, Sean. Um, I was helping everyone and getting better myself.
Did doubt ever enter your head that you would never see this day, that it wouldn't come back? Or did you always know that your time to get back in the octagon was just around the corner, that it would come?
It would come. I'm a fighter, and that's what I love to do, and I train hard every day, and so uh, I was going to be back no matter what.
And I know you said you didn't really change up the game plan. It looked like you were attacking his lead leg a lot, trying to control his range. You were doing a lot of dangerous work in the clinch. The elbows were real nice and nasty. Was that part of the game plan for him specifically, or just something that you wanted to kind of work in there regardless?
It's just something I kind of adapted to in the fight. We had a little bit different game plan, kind of keep the distance. But once we got in the clinch, I felt strong there, and I felt dangerous there, and he wasn't responding. He wasn't circling off the cage, and I was just kind of eating him up with the elbows. So why change anything if I'm winning there?
And I didn't realize it until I heard it on the show. They said you were a 4-1 favorite going in. Do you ever hear that stuff? Does that ever put any extra pressure, or is it nice to know that the odds makers were so far behind you?
I really don't worry about that stuff. I think my first 3 fights I was an underdog, and then my last fight I was a favorite, and I lost that one. So I was a favorite here. So I try not to pay attention. That doesn't really mean anything to me.
And then going forward in 2022, what sort of goals are you setting for yourself, and how many times is the perfect number of fights for you to fight this year?
At the least 3 fights, and hopefully, win every single one of them and hopefully by the end of the year, start breaking that top 15, start looking at some big names. So,
Awesome. Congrats on the win.
thank you.